Ready to rip 2025 Bowman Chrome Baseball. This is a mega box case. Pick your player format. Auctions ended a couple hours ago over on the Bay, like they always do. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're having a good Thursday. What do we got here? Kevin Eglin. Let's go. Jackson Holiday and Juan Soto. All right, Kevin. First time with this breaker, Monk says. Hoping for the best. Good luck to you. Welcome to Rich Card Rips. Hopefully everybody's having a great Thursday. If you have any questions over the course of the live break, of course, we are live on eBay Live and YouTube for your viewing pleasure. We'll rip the 20 boxes. We will do a recap at the end of all the hits, and we'll ship these out within 2 business days safely and securely in bubble mailers like we always do. Likiwazi 3. Nick Kurtz. There you go. All right. All right, we got Nick Kurtz. You got one of the top spots. All right, Slumbolt 99. Good luck to you. If you're a returning customer, welcome back. If you're a new customer, welcome. Obviously, there's some Thursday night football going on. There's some playoff baseball going on. A lot of sports action, so I appreciate you guys spending some of your night here with me. Like I said, we'll rip the 20 boxes. We'll do a recap at the end. We'll get them shipped out safely and securely like we always do. Carson Williams auto, please. Okay. These mega boxes have been rough in the past, but it looks like they're all right this year. It looks like I'm seeing some cases with like 5, 6 autos out of them. So hopefully we have some nutso cases. Kevin is always a returning customer. We appreciate you. If you guys love this stuff and want to come hang out again, I'll be back tomorrow night with another case. And Sunday night, we have 3 cases of the megas. And that's it for us on 2025 Bowman Chrome Baseball. We ripped a ton of hobby, a ton of delight. So this will be the end. So if you guys want to come back, hang out, I'll be here tomorrow night, and then I'll be here Sunday night, and then that's it. We got a lot of basketball, UFC, all sorts of stuff coming up. Again, we're live on eBay Live and YouTube. If you have any questions over the course of the live break, just leave them down in the comments section, and we will answer them as we see them. I'm going to give it another minute for people to get in the live that want to be here. If you want to let me know who you've got in the live break, please do. Let's see. Akiyama, Thomasine, our players not on eBay already sold. We went off an original checklist. So anyone who wasn't listed goes to somebody who buys all my unsolds and unlisteds. We don't ever keep spots, if that's what you're asking, but there is an original checklist that came out. I still don't know that there's an official checklist. There's a lot of people that looked at the Topps checklist and were like, hey, there's this person's not on it. And then another guy messaged me that was like, hey, that's not on the checklist. And he was like, oh, never mind, there's an auto. So we try to do the best we can given the information that we're given. But I have a regular that buys up all the unsolds and all the anything that's, kind of one of those wonky ones. But yeah, we did our best with this checklist. Hollis Bill would love to see a Tatis GPK. I did pull one of those out of hobby and another one out of delight. So this would be one out of every format. Again, thanks guys so much for spending some of your night with me. I'll be back in 30 seconds and we will get this pop and let's go. All right, let's do it. 20 mega boxes. I'm hoping for 5+ autos is my goal. I've still never pulled a rose gold 1 of 1 out of a mega box. I pulled every 1 of 1 imaginable in every format of every card, but never a 1 of 1 rose gold from a mega box in any Bowman. So see if we can't change that tonight and make this a first. Like I said, if you guys want to come back, I'll be here ripping these the next 2 nights. All auctions are live now. If anybody messaged me about players that were not potentially listed, anything like that, sorry, it's a flag football day in the Smith house, so I usually am pretty good about responding to messages, but this is a tough day. I coach a couple different flag football teams, so it's always tough to get back to every single person during the day. I have a day job, and then nighttime is all about the kids, and then it's breaks after that, so busy schedule, so I sincerely apologize if anybody messaged me and I didn't get back to you. Those of you who are new here, it's a pretty laid-back channel. All you regulars know that. I don't scream, I don't yell. There's no buzzer that we just like sound off the buzzer on every single card. There's nothing more obnoxious than that, if you ask me. Empty case. pretty laid back channel. We just talk about sports. We open the cards and we get them to you safely and securely. That's what we do best here. Get them to you absolutely as you should have them. A lot of grade-worthy cards over the years here. We'll get them right in the sleeves and loaders. We don't open them back up again. We get them right to you. Anything crazy gets cardboard backed, obviously, but everything's in bubble mailers. There's no loose cards shipping out to you. So if you like what you see here, you want to come back and hang out again. We usually have a few cases of just about every new product in every sport except for hockey. The only reason I don't rip hockey is because I don't watch it. And I don't want to sound like an idiot when I open it and don't know who the players are. So if you like what you see here, save us as a seller. Come on back, hang out. There's 20 boxes. Let's do this. Do I know what the laser-looking cards in the base packs are called? I don't. I don't, but I assume they're called, let's see. We can probably look on the back or look on the back of the pack, but I've seen those. I know they're only in megas. I assume they're called laser, but I don't know specifically. I haven't studied the checklist on the mega boxes well enough. I know Topps just put out the official checklist yesterday, so don't know the exact name. I don't even know if you can hit anything in the base packs. Some years you can't, some years you can. Well, let's find out together. Andrew McCutcheon's kicking us off, so there's a laser. First laser, Yaswar Gonzalez. Man, we hit his inscription. We hit this guy. We can't stop hitting this guy's cards. There's a laser. Soon, like I said, like my friend Akiyama said, laser. But I love that they're finally starting to throw some action into those. But there were some people that were curious, like, oh, shoot, the Mega Box checklist. Well, you still got the full checklist in the base cards, so that's why. Sasaki, John Gill, Bo Davidson. All cards show, all cards ship, as always here, just so you know. Laser Johan De Los Santos. Nate George. Nate George is the next in a line of Orioles prospects that just continue to be highly touted. Have you guys watched any cases of this? How hard are the GPKs to hit? They got to be pretty hard to hit out of mega boxes, I would guess. All right, here's our fun packs. Like I said, there's some boring packs and some fun ones. James Wood, Mojo. Rook. Bo Davidson. Freddie Freeman, Diego Tornes, and Charlie Condon. All of your Mojos will be sleeved and loaded when they ship to you. For the sake of the live break, we only sleeve and load the ones that are hits. Cam Smith, Steven Martinez, that says Marinez, Mookie Betts, Johnny Severino, and Jacob Wilson. So, boring box to start with. Pretty sure that's Steven Martinez, right? But that card said Marinez, so definitely either a misprint or I've been reading the checklist wrong the entire time. Steven Marinez. They finally got rid of a little styrofoam piece. They've got a little new contraption here. I have a large bet on the Chicago Cubs to win this game, not because I love the Cubs. And Yellow Marquez laser, but only because I think Freddie Peralta stinks. So I'm always happy to get plus money on a home team against Freddie Peralta. Let's see how that works out for me. Freddie Freeman. Glad to see the Dodgers win. Not because I like the Dodgers, but because I don't root for underdogs necessarily in baseball. I always want to see the best. Always want to see the best teams at the end. That's just how I operate with baseball. Other people are different. I always appreciate other people's opinions, but that's how I work. Bryce Eldridge, laser. Every time I hear the word laser, I think of Austin Powers, but are those sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their heads? That's just me. Got you Juan Soto. All right, let's go. Come on, we got to see something numbered or an auto to get us going a little bit. Hi Song Kim. Yaswar Gonzalez, there we go. Moises Ballesteros, Liberts Ponte, and J.J. Weatherholt. Again, all those will be sleeved and loaded when they ship to you. There's another Yaswar Gonzalez. He's everywhere. Moises, Aponte, Matt Shaw, and Nick Kurtz. All right, just because we got to get something up on a stand. Jeez, oh man. Nothing numbered, no autos. First 2 boxes. That's frustrating. Just getting the crappy ones out of the way. Anybody watching cases of this? Come on, chat. Let me hear you. Anybody watching cases? How many bad boxes are there per case? Like last year, I ripped a couple of cases of this where there were 1, maybe 2 autos per. Hopefully this is different this year, but we're going to find out. Yelly. Charlie Condon, Laser. Yoswar Gonzalez is in like every pack. Dude's everywhere. Can't get away from him. First of this product you have, it was not exciting. Man, I've been seeing people all over social media posting that they've like had 5, 6 autos per case, so who knows? Who knows? Maybe they're lying. Nick Kurtz, Bob Hipwell. Arguelles is nice. Seems like Mega is awful, Joseph says. Yeah, Megas have always been super hit or miss. You either crush or they're awful. Yeah, the collating is always funky. They don't care. They know we're all gonna buy it either way. So they're like, yeah, whatever. What are you gonna do? Send us an email? 4 or 5 autos seems right. I hope 4 or 5 is good. First insert, there's a Lorky, Julio, Walker Jenkins, and Elian De La Cruz. Still nothing numbered through 2 mega boxes and some change is not good. Juan Tomas, Ellie De La Cruz, Bubba Chandler, Bobby Witt Jr., and Seiya Suzuki. Ugh. All right, 3 crappy ones out of the way. Let's get all the crappy ones out of the way, and then let's just roll. Nick Kurtz, Mojo is the only good card. Not a single numbered Mojo yet. Yandi. Monty Cedeno. Laser. Again, if you guys love this stuff and through 4 boxes, I'm not sure how you could, but if you do, and the next 16 boxes are amazing, I'll be back tomorrow night with another case. All auctions are live now. Sunday with our 3rd and final case of the mega boxes. Seems like 2 lasers per box is the standard. Andrew Salas is a nice one. D. Tornes. Nice Salas. It's another guy we keep hitting. He and Yaswar were our guys we hit in almost every case. We also had a ton of the snack packs. Elian Pena was really tough to hit. There's Schlittler. Everybody loves that guy now. Well, they did. Numbered card. All right. Steven Marinez. Mookie Betts. Johnny Severino. We've got a rookie, Luke Keyshaw to 299. Kevin Alvarez is nice. Kevin Alvarez is a nice one. Luke Keyshaw. And can we catch something fun in here? What do we think? Yeah, green. Can we catch an auto? What do we think? Yeah, Mitch Jeb to 99. Okay, Mitch. Matty Shaw, Wyatt Langford. All right, we got an auto. 4 boxes in. We got an auto. We got a numbered card. Okay. Mitch Jeb. I'm not going to scream, yell boom or bang or light off a buzzer, but it's an auto. We like autos. We like autos to 99. I'd be thrilled with 5 autos at this point. Would be thrilled. Again, looks like nothing other than, I don't know if you can hit red rookies over here, but Looks like nothing other than there's a Carson Williams laser, Nate Church, Kai Roberts. Again, all your lasers and mojos will be sleeved and loaded when they ship to you. Yaheel Farabus. All cards show, all cards ship. Every break. Doesn't matter if we're ripping update series, just flagship. Doesn't matter what it is. We always ship vet base. So if you guys are coming back in the future, you do not need to ask. Raniel Rodriguez is a nice one there on the laser. Had cards and A's and killed it. 2 autos, 1 gold mojo, 2 numbered, and a Kurtz Red Rook. Nice. Where did the Red Rook come out of? The base packs or the others? Had to come out of the base, right? Polanco, Leon. 5 more. Nice. He'll be an interesting prospect to monitor. Maury. Here we got a blue. We got Cam Smith, Steven Marinez, Mookie Betts, JJ out of 150, and Elian De La Cruz. Nice, JJ. Very nice. Hit us with an auto again. Nope. Johnny, Corbin Carroll, Marquez, Juan Soto, Seiya Suzuki. Okay. Kevin Eglin, I love your enthusiasm. Always love to have you here in the break room. All right, let's see what we got. Jordan. Nice Aiden Johnson. Best photo in the product, if you ask me. First laser. Aiden Johnson. Hope he turns out to be a superstar. Gee, what's up, dude? Aiden Johnson again. Christian Campbell. Chris Rodriguez. We got a red rookie and a laser Chris Rod. There you go. Red rookie James Wood. There you go. You got it, my friend. You got it. Always love to see people in the chat hanging out. Red rookie James Wood. C-Rod. There we go. Moises Ballesteros. Raniel Rodriguez. Come on, let's see a big auto. Mitch Jeb is not a big auto. We'd like to see a big one, though. Rielny Strope. Jackson Chorio. Jackson Merrill. Okay, to 299. 20 out of 299. Nice Elian Pena. Again, all those mojos will be sleeved and loaded when they ship to you, but we don't want to keep you guys here for 2 hours for a mega box case break. Otherwise, you got to sit and watch me sleeve and load stuff all night. Nobody likes to do that. Fernando Tatis Jr., Jesus, Kendall George. Bringing out all the old autos. Kendall George, Condon, and Marcelo. All right. 2 autos through 6 boxes. Neither auto is going to get anybody jumping up and down. See if we can fix that. But I like that the autos are seeming to hit a little bit better. Pull many Nate Georges. We didn't pull anything huge of his. I think I ripped 13 Hobby and Delight cases. I don't think we ripped a single crazy card of his. Gosh, I think a refractor auto was probably the best one. Dart Cherry. I think a refractor auto. Yairo Padilla, we pulled his international image variation. Yairo Padilla. Pulled all sorts of crazy stuff. I think my favorite card that we hit was Yaswar Inscription, my first hit, which was pretty sweet, but not a lot of Maury. We pulled a Maury blue auto. And no supers out of 13 cases. So that was, but we did pull 4 out of 5 hobby cases. We pulled snack packs. One of those was an auto snack pack, which are insane. Medina, Dylan Dingler. I hate Dylan Dingler. I'm a Guardians fan. He's actually from Ohio, from really close to me, and he hit a home run to kind of blow open the game. So now I'm not a Dylan Dingler fan, but Dylan Dingler red rookie. If you got that spot, congrats. Not a Detroit. We had a Sammy Sosa GPK auto and a what's his name? Tatis. Drake Baldwin, nice. Jack Caglianone. We had a Sammy Sosa GPK auto, which was a redemption, which was annoying. We got a blue here. Kendry Martinez, Ronald Acuna Jr., Steven Marinez. There we go, at a 150. And Scooble. Autos are starting to pop a little bit. I'd love to see this. Autos, Steven. I thought it was Martinez, but I guess it's Marinez, unless they screwed up the spelling. But who knows? All right. Box 8, and then we've pulled a Fernando Tatis. That was it. But we haven't hit any out of these. Has anyone seen GPKs coming out of the mega boxes? Because I know they're on the checklist. Anybody seen them? They got to be tough to hit. They got to be super tough to hit. I think I hit 2 in 13 cases of Hobby and Delight. So out of megas, they got to be real tough to hit, I would imagine. What up, Ripken? I didn't even know you were here. I should have known you were here, but always good to have you here. Willie Taylor, Jacob Wilson, Red Rook, RJ Shrek. Shrek. Great last name. Shrek. Jake Wilson, Red Rook. No, I hit the Tatis out of Hobby. I mean, that was a week and a half ago. That was before I even had these on the way. What are the odds? I don't know. Let's speak it into existence. You find out. I've hit some crazy stuff before. I hit 3 Ellie De La Cruz autos and 1 case of Bowman. So anything's possible. You never know. Especially with the collation these guys do these days. But Luis Pena, laser. A giant laser beam. We'll take a 30-second break after the 10th box just to get reset, and then we will finish off the break, just so you guys know. That's how we always do it here. We usually rip the first half. Anything is possible is right. Oh, we got a blue. Bryce Eldridge, Roki, Sasaki. Look at Aaron Judge to 199. Meteoric Rise. And another Aaron Judge. Look at the Judge spot just rolling. JJ Weatherholt. I did see a video somebody put up of, and I'm not an Aaron Judge. I don't really care about the Yankees. A lot of American League fans hate the Yankees or love them or whatever. I don't care. I like great baseball. But I saw the interview of Judge. Judge and then Manny Machado both being asked the same question. It was like, hey, how would you assess the season? And I'll tell you what, Davalillo, there he is, Maury, Weatherholt, Mike Trout. I can't stand Manny Machado after watching how he answered that question. Like trying to punk the media guy. Like, come on, dude. First of all, if you're Manny Machado, like, you're not that good at all. Like, you're talented, but you're not that good to where you can just punk the media. You're certainly not carrying that team. So, I don't know. I think I'll probably root against Manny Machado for the rest of his career just because he's an asshole. It's just my opinion. But watching the same interview, it's like Aaron Judge MVP, multiple MVP, Noah Schultz, laser, Matt Shaw, red rookie, and like took the time to like thoughtfully answer the questions. Like, look, don't be a tough guy. Don't be a tough guy with the guy that's getting paid to ask you the questions. Like, I don't know. I don't know, for whatever reason, it really upset me. So there he is, Manny Machado, my new least favorite baseball player. I generally don't care about the Padres at all, nor will I ever, other than my boy Dylan Cease. But that guy sucks. Manny Machado, what a terrible human. What a terrible way to answer a question. Judge is the best hitter of his generation. Henry Torres. You certainly could make that argument. You certainly could make that argument. It's wild now. Like I try to sit with my kids, and my kids are 5 and 7, and they're just starting to be able to sit through a baseball game. And admittedly, I don't watch 162 Guardians games. I don't have time. But come playoff time, we really get into it. And I was looking at the batting averages, and I was just like, oh my God. Christian Campbell. Farabuse, there's a nice Ohtani to 50 gold. There you go. Bryce Harper and Raymer Medina. But I was looking at the batting averages as they were running through, and I'm like, oh my God. Like everyone on the Guardians is hitting 230 or worse. And that used to be called the Mendoza line. Like if you hit 230, you were one of the shittiest hitters in baseball. Like to the point where like you were borderline out of the league, and you certainly weren't getting you weren't getting everyday at bats. It's like nowadays, gosh, these hitters stink. Timely home runs, but man, hitting for average is done. Juan Soto, Carson Williams, Meadroth, Jose Anderson, and Yorger Bautista. But it's wild to see. Now you have a child, so probably not coming close to that this coming 2026. They said, you might be able to. I had my first son during a Cavs finals run, and I used to hold him and feed him and rock him and let my wife sleep. This is my first one, Joseph. First one. I have 2 more. So this is my first one ripping. But I got to watch a lot of basketball that first year of having a child, just helping my wife out and doing some of the nighttime stuff. So I don't know. I feel like emote the bat, you might be able to work that into your favor depending on how your child sleeps. Leo Laser Namala. But parenting is fun. It's fun, but it's different. It's no longer about how many games you can watch and all that stuff. It's all about how to make the family work. So it's definitely a balance. And good luck to you, and congratulations on your first child. Congratulations. That's awesome. I love it. We're a very family-friendly channel here. You know the cool thing about breaking Bowman and Bowman Draft and Bowman Chrome is like over the years I probably had, I don't know, countless. I mean 20, 30, where I get Luke Dickerson laser, where I get people who buy either like their son's spot, their own spot, their nephew's spot, their hitting coach's spot. Like, it's awesome. Bowman is awesome for that reason, if not for that reason alone, but also because of the chase. Izaguirre, RJ Shrek. All right, come on. That Ohtani's a nice card. Meteoric Rise, gold. Drake Baldwin. Oh, what is that? Is that one? Oh, that looks nasty. Ronald. Aaron Judge. Let's see. Luis Angel. Acuna to 100. Man, that looks so clean. It's so good. Luis Angel to 100. It's another guy we can't stop getting cards of. Luis Angel. Acuna. All right. Yeah, it's always cool. I always love to see it. Drake Baldwin, Ronald, Wilfrey De La Cruz just stuck to it. Dylan Cruz, Wilfrey. All right, that's the man we're looking for. Maury, yeah. I mean, he's certainly got the upside. All right, we are halfway home. We're rolling along nicely. We'll keep it running. May take a quick break here momentarily if we run out of top loaders. Otherwise, we'll roll right through. Again, thanks so much for joining. If you joined us late, this is the halfway point. We got 3 autos, bunch of numbered cards. I feel like it's going better than years past. Last year, I ripped a case of this that had 1 auto in it, so I always get nervous as a breaker. I hate ripping terrible cases. Steven Marinas, always hate ripping terrible cases. And Bowman Mega Boxes, Bowman Chrome Mega Boxes used to be so awesome, and in the last couple of years, they've been terrible. So, what I'm seeing so far this year is they might be a little more juiced, which is what we want to see. Might have a little more action, right? That's what we want. We want action. Matty O. Serrano, John Gill. Who's going to win the World Series, everybody? Halfway, you haven't seen one Zach Cole. We're working on it. Willie Warren. There's Kevin DeFrank, Bo Davidson, Roman Anthony. I sure will, Kevin. I'll try to yell them out for you. I know you got Soto. I don't know if I remember your other spot. But that's only because I'm getting old. Nate George, Salas. Tatis. Jesus, Chandler Simpson, Mr. Trout, and Yorger Bautista. Again, all those will be sleeved and loaded. Dodgers World Series. Yeah, I have to probably agree with you. Jays, Otani, Chris Rod, Vladdy. There he is. Jackson Merrill. Larry says Jays, Dodgers, Jays. You know what? I think it depends who gets out of the series. I don't think Detroit has the bats personally to get out of another series. I think they're one of outside of the Guardians. Detroit might be the worst hitting playoff team of all time, besides the Guards. But so I'd like to see Seattle and the Rays personally, just on strength of lineup. There's Diego Torres. But if Detroit gets through, I think it's an easy path for Toronto, which would be fun. People seem to want to root for them. Baseball collecting store, all my money on the Blue Jays. I wouldn't do that, but I certainly don't think anyone's beating the Dodgers. But I'd like to see Dodgers Cubs. Be a good series. Brewers don't do much for me personally, but I know a lot of people like the Brewers. I'd like to see Dodgers, Cubs, Mariners, Blue Jays. Elian Pena is a nice one there, a laser. But I'd also like to see, I got spoiled. I grew up with the 95 Indians, 97 Indians. I think the 95 Indians had 8 guys who batted over 300. Somebody can go back and quote me on that, but I want to say it was at least 7. I know Sandy Alomar hit 301 that year as the 9th hitter, so it's a wild world to see these guys all hitting 230. It's tough to see. Chandler Simpson, Rome Anthony, Otani, Chris Rod, and Cortezia. Larry Hurley's an Orioles fan. Vladdy, Aiden Johnson, Matty Chapman, Christopher Polanco, and Jordan. All right, we got 8 to go. 8 to go. We hit a little lull there. A couple lousy ones in a row. I have to assume the Dodgers are the betting favorite. They'd have to be the heavy betting favorite, but as of right now, with 4 teams left, it's probably pretty good value. I would assume they're like minus 110, 120. Corbin Burns. There's Harrison, Castillo, Yaswar. Salvi. Johan Calcano. Bo. Wonder where the GPK would be if you hit it in a mega box. There's Worrell Solano. Would it be in the base packs or would it be in the fun packs? I guess it would have to be in the base packs, right? I guess maybe we'll find out if we catch one. Yandy. All right, come on, let's see something. Just 3 autos so far. We're halfway home. 5 to 6 would be good. I want to see a good one here, too. Rome Anthony, Otani again, Chris Rod, and Kevin Alvarez. A lot of dupes. A lot of dupes. Like I said, when you're reading that checklist, you're reading the Chrome Mega Box checklist, which is these. Vladdy, Aiden Johnson, Matt Chapman, Polanco, and Wyatt Langford. All right, that's 3 bad boxes in a row. We're going to take a 30-second intermission. We're going to get reset. We got 7 to go. We'll be right back. 7 to go. All right, well, let's do these last 7. Let's do these last 7. Can we catch our first rose gold? Come on. No, the base packs are never... Base packs never have inserts in them. Hollis build. At least in the past, so I've never seen a base pack have inserts. It's usually... Generally, in the past, the base packs have just been waste. Like, you can't hit anything. So they threw the lasers in this year. 1 Ascension, 0 Garbage Pail, 5 autos per case. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering. Jose Anderson, Trace, Weenie Red Rook, Shataro. I assume they threw the GPKs in here just as an Easter egg type hunt, but I don't think they're going to be very common. So if you're buying spots, most breakers will tell you the opposite. Like, oh man, get in here, get the Easter eggs. Well, I'm going to be the opposite. I'm going to tell you the honest truth. I would not be bidding on those spots expecting to hit. Sure, if you get them cheap, you want to gamble, great, but I got to assume they're near impossible to hit out of these. Any hits? Not yet, Kevin. We just took a quick intermission, so I think you only missed a box and a half. Yeah, like I said, Jason, I think that's more of a means to get you to buy them. Suero. All right. But the autos are definitely the chase. Autos, the numbered cards. And if you're chasing rainbows. Do my kids collect Juan Soto? No, they don't. They collect just Jose Ramirez in baseball. Ramirez and a little bit of Ohtani, but what we can afford, which is not much. High Song, George Lombard Jr., Tommy White. We got a couple of newbies in there. Corbin Carroll, High Song, Bryce Eldridge, and Yamamoto. All right, some of these are rough, man. Some of these are rough, especially if you were to go to the store and buy them at $60 a pop or whatever they're gonna have them at. All right, we got 6 to go. Come on. At least 2 more autos. We need to see something low numbered. Luis Angel might be my favorite card out of the case. No, the Ohtani's nice. There's a Robert Hipwell, Arguelles. Last night we ripped Prism Black Basketball. Wild stuff. $800-900 a box. Everybody's ripping it. Everybody's trying to get clout, ripping it, and like showing what they hit. And it's been wild. I don't know if there's a guaranteed case hit, Kevin. I think you're looking for Ascensions and GPKs, but I don't think there's a case hit that's guaranteed in the mega boxes. I don't think the collation on the mega boxes warrants a specific case hit, but I hope we see something crazy. Alessandro De La Cruz. You do never know. I've seen a bunch of 101s pulled from retail, but these aren't necessarily retail. Like, I ordered these direct from Topps, so who knows. Schlittler, Kale Fountain. That was one of the spots. Somebody messaged me. It was like, Kale Fountain's not on the checklist. I was like, yeah, he's definitely in the product. Acuna, Alorki, Julio, Dylan Cruz, Santiago Leon. And sure enough, he's definitely in the product. But again, until these guys start releasing the checklists way earlier than they do. There's Bryce Harper. We got a purple on the back. Juan Tomas, Ellie, Bubba Chandler. Manny Cedeno. There you go, to 199. We'll take that. Purple auto all day. Yankees, if this was a team break, are doing pretty good. Manny Cedeno. That's 4 autos. 4 autos. I'll tell you what, the product is better than it was last year. 1 per 6, says Jason. The product's better than last year. I'll give him that. I'm the first one to be a detractor if stuff sucks, and I'll be the first one to tell you if stuff is good or better or whatever. I'm as honest as they come. All you regulars know that, but man, Last year, we ripped some cases that were downright brutal. I do not know the answer to that. Quarter Horse King 78. Do not know if he's related. But last year, we ripped some cases that had one auto. We ripped a case that had two autos. I distinctly remember that because I was having a little flashback, just deja vu earlier today, knowing this was coming up tonight. I was just hoping they made it better, so I'm glad they did. Very much glad they did. Marshawn. This is box 16 of 20. We'll do a recap at the end. Nick Kurtz. Scooble, Cedeno, Andrew Salas, Muncie, Bryce Bocher, Drake Baldwin, red rookie. There you go. Zach Cole. Someone was asking about Zach Cole. He is in the product. Everybody who's got a first Bowman is in the product because the base packs have them. It's just a matter of whether they have the hits available, which wasn't really confirmed until today. This is my last break tonight? Yeah, this is my last break tonight. Tomorrow night we got another case, and then we got Prism Black Football. Saturday I'm off. I'm usually off on Saturdays these days, unless it's a crazy release week. Usually we like to watch movies with the kids on Saturday nights, so usually you won't find me here on Saturdays, but Sundays is always a good break night after football. Yaheel, Bobby Witt Jr., Bryce Aldridge, Rookie Sasaki, and Junior Caminero to 250. Purple. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a huge Baker Mayfield guy. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. I've been a Baker Mayfield supporter since he was at Oklahoma, but I am now a Buccaneers fan. Shotaro, there you go. Otani, there you go. I've been saying on this channel for the longest time, you can go back and watch any of my old breaks. Baker's a top 5 quarterback. Sang it from the rooftops. I'm very happy that everything is going in his favor this year. But football is my original love. That's awesome, G. G, you're welcome here anytime. Anybody who loves Baker is welcome here. But the Buccaneers are such an awesome franchise. As a lifelong, I'm 42 years old, so that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Zach Cole. I've been a lifelong Browns fan. I grew up in Southern California with a dad who was a Browns fan, and we went to Browns backers bars every Sundays, and it's been life and death for me, and I just went through all the awful years of Deshaun Kaiser and Johnny Manziel and 1 and 31, and all I wanted, actually, there's a cool photo that I have of myself holding up my son the night they drafted Baker, and all I wanted was Baker Mayfield in that draft at number 1. Yeah, Kevin Mack. I had a Bernie Kosar and a Webster Slaughter jersey growing up, Johnny Severino, but wanted Baker Mayfield. We got Baker Mayfield, and then they ran him out of town, and our awful media just hated him because he was him, and it's so awesome. Oh, dude, I remember where I was when that game happened. I remember exactly where I was. I was actually out to dinner, a client dinner, and my phone was just going nuts in my pocket, and I was like, oh, shoot, I got to use the bathroom, and I went to look, and I was like, I knew it. Freddie Freeman, Diego Tornes, Schlittler's a nice one. Everybody loves this guy. But yeah, man, as soon as the Browns got rid of him and I realized how awful this owner and this whole organization is, I said, you know what? I'm going to root for my favorite players now. I have no reason to root for this organization. Tornes, Cam Smith, Marcelo, and I have been rooting for Tampa. Actually, when he went to Carolina, I was just kind of indifferent on the NFL for a little bit. And when he came to that Monday night game for the Rams, I remember watching that game, and that's when Christmas Sale came out in Cleveland, and I had a couple of Christmas sales and watched that game, and I just like, man, he's still that guy. And ever since then, I've been on board with Tampa through the Dave Canales era, through the Liam Cohen era, and man, it just doesn't matter. you want to get a head coaching job? Be Baker Mayfield's offensive coordinator, apparently, because he gets it. But he's earned everything he's getting right now. It's only 5 weeks through the year, but man, everybody's finally waking up. I love everyone's like, oh, he's not the most athletic. He doesn't have the best arm. He might actually have the best arm in the league. Go back and Google Josh Allen. They said, hey, who's got the best arm in the league other than you? And he was like, Bake. And he wasn't joking. Baker Mayfield threw a ball 65 yards, and he had a hurt bicep all week. He threw a ball 65 air yards last week. Mahomes hopped, skipped, and jumped and barely threw 160. So I don't want to hear this stuff about Mahomes and his arm and, oh, he's so good. Rielny Strope, Hi-Song Kim. What's going on, Dubs Cards? How are you? All right, I need to see a monster card. Once you get me going on quarterbacks, we get way off the beaten path. But here we are. We are on box 18 of 20. Still nothing insane. The Ohtani out of 50 may actually be the best card we've pulled yet. 4 autos, 3 of them numbered. Come on. Hi, Song. No giveaway Dubs cards. Yep. Yes, War. Liberts Apani. I don't do giveaways. I don't want follows or subs, anything like that. We just rip cards. Matty Shaw, Rielny Strope, Chorio, Aaron Judge. All right, we got 2 to go. There are no giveaways. We only do giveaways to regulars, and those are all done. We just say, hey, thanks for the support, and we send them something. Limited autographs. All right, here we go. 2 to go. So we're all done with regulars. You guys that have been breaking with me for a long time know we always try to take care of you, especially when we know who your favorite team is or favorite players are. But no, we never do giveaways. The engagement farming giveaway to get people in the room. I don't need that. Harold Rivas, Luis Pena. Don't need that. Don't need the subs. I actually don't like YouTube in general. I wish I didn't have to use it, but so many people like to watch on YouTube that's just a secondary channel for us. But I don't like anything about their platform or what they do. So I just use it because I want to make sure people have a chance to watch the break where they want to. Zach Nito. GPK or 1 of 1. Yeah, I'd like to see something wild. I feel like we're going to catch one more auto. Oh, we got G Macares. Yeah, man, hang out. Watch as much as you want. It's always good to have you here. All right, Jake Mangum. Elian Pena. Schlittler. All right, come on. Let's see at least a numbered card in the first pack. Nope. Kyle Tucker. Unless that insert is. There's Maury again. James Wood. Ronald. Manny Cedeno. I do like the different photos on the Manny Cedeno over there. That's a cool one. All right. Let's see what we got. If we got an auto, it's a base. Bo Davidson, I feel like, has had like 15 mojos. Freddie Freeman, Tornes, Cam Smith, and Schwellenbach. 1 box to go, guys. 1 box. Like I said, last year the stuff was worse, if you could believe that. I think you're going to be auto or low-numbered card or bust here. I think if I saw this on the shelves at 50 a box, I'd probably leave it, if I'm being honest. I like to always give everybody an honest opinion of every product I rip. Last year I gave it a 1 of 10. I want to say this year it's like a 3.5, maybe a 4 of 10. Solace, Acuna, Red Rook. I think it's a 3.5 or a 4. There is upside here. There's no doubt about it. But, man, with how much of this they printed, with how long it sat on the website, I got to assume your odds of hitting anything crazy are pretty slim here. Again, most breakers will be like, oh, my God, guys, this is the product of the year. But it's just not me. I can't lie to you. Maury, I think it's tough. I think it's a tough rip. as we've seen. I mean, if you rip this case, what are these, $1,000 on the website? You rip this case, look at the wall. I mean, of the hits on the wall. You got anywhere near 1,000 back? So, just gotta be honest. David Sandeline, Caden Powell, Tommy White. As I say that, we'll probably hit a crazy auto on the way in. I think there's a balance. 99 Spidey Sense. I think there's a balance. I think there's a spot to buy into breaks. Like for me, I buy into breaks in some super high end stuff that I don't want to buy the singles. I also don't want to buy the boxes, but I think there's a balance. There's a yellow. All right, this could be a fun last box. Macarays. I think there's a balance. Aiden Johnson, Matty Chapman, Christopher Polanco. We got a rookie yellow. Mick, yeah, Mick to 75. Mick to 75. Come on. Close us out strong. Let's see an auto. Polanco, Christian Campbell, and Bryce Harper. So we only got 4 autos. 4 autos. I don't know. I don't say. I feel like it's a tough rip. My honest opinion. Here we go. Recap. Harold Rivas, Strope, Marshawn, Cam Schlittler, Severino, Zach Cole, Shotaro, Aaron Judge to 150, Aaron Judge to 199, Pena, Jacob Wilson, red, rookie, Will Taylor, Medina, Padilla, Merrill to 299, Chris Rod, James Wood, red rookie, Aiden Johnson, Raniel Rodriguez, Keyshaw to 299, rook, Salas, Cedeno, Arguelles, Condon, Eldridge, Marquez, Johan De Los Santos, and Yoswar. If you guys love this stuff and you want to come hang out, I'll be here tomorrow night ripping another case. I'll be back Sunday night with our final case of this. Hopefully the other 2 are better than this first one. Macarays, High Song red, Caminero to 250, Drake Baldwin red, Bocher, Calcano, De La Cruz, Hipwell, Christopher Suero, Trey Sweeney, red rook, Jose Anderson, Warrell Solano, Harrison Castillo, Elian Pena, Diego Tornes, Kevin DeFrank, Steven Marinas, Luke Dickerson, Leo, Henry Torres, Matt Shaw, red rookie, Maury, Mick to 75, Sandeline, Salas, Acuna, red rookie, and Shotaro again. And then on stands, we got a Luis Angel. And that looks good out of 100. Kevin Eglin, I appreciate you as always, my friend. Nick Kurtz. Nice one there. JJ to 150. Autos. We're going to go Kendall George, base auto. Mitch Jeb to 99. Steven to 150. Little team color action there. Manny Cedeno to 199. Purple. And my favorite card of the break, honestly, is this Ohtani to 50. 9 of 50. Very nice Shohei Ohtani. Everybody have an amazing rest of your Thursday night. I'll see you tomorrow night for another case. Take care of yourselves. See you soon. Bye-bye.